Hello guys, let's solve problem 3270 Suma Divizorilor Pari. We are given a number and we must find the even divisors of the number and the sum of them. So the even divisors of this number, which are the even divisors of 30, is 48. So if you watched our previous two videos about finding the divisors, you know that we must go not until number but until the square root of the number. So, but to use the square root, you have to include CMath library. Now, I'm going to create variable n, and then I'm going to read my variable n. Let's not forget to return 0. And then I want to create some variable to store the square root of the number, and I want to create a variable to store the sum of the divisors, but at the beginning don't forget to set it to 0. And now after reading my number, I want to calculate the square root. I want to find the square root of number n. Then you want to create a loop where your I starts from 1 and it goes up to the square root of the number. And here you want to check if n is divisible by I, and at the same time I is an even number, and at the same time maybe I is the square root of number n. In this case you just add I to the sum, but maybe it's not the square root but only n is divisible by I. In this case, I want to check if, in this case, I will check two things. If I itself is even number and if n divided by I, the pair of I, is an even number. So I want to check if I is even number. If it is, I will add I to the sum. I want to check also if n divided by I is even number. If n divided by I is even number, you want to add n divided by I to your variable sum. And finally, after the loop, you will print the value of the variable sum. Yeah, we have a problem. Let's see where we made a mistake. So we read number, we find its square root, we go until the square root, and if it's n is divisible by I, and if it's even number, are we looking for the even numbers? Yes. And if it's the square root, then we add this. Else if n is divisible by I, if I is even number, we add it to the sum. And if the pair, oh, I'm sorry, we must check if it's even number. And here we have wrong answers. Why? Maybe because we have to work with the bigger numbers. So let's just use it as long. And now you got 100 points. Have a nice day, guys.